Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutravasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Ishvara Guratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyamavad Vyapta Dehaya Dachinamurtaye Namaha Om Gurubhyo Namaha Om Aim Saraswati Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Klinkalikaye Namaha Om Klim Bhadrakalli Namaha Om Klim 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 Mahakalikaye Namaha Om Hrim Klam Him Gururvarsa Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Om Dam Durgaye Namaha 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 Harihi Om. So today we are going to speak about Kriya Yoga in tantric perspectives, right, Atmanan? So in this platform, Atman is the one of the long time, Atman, I think Julie also, the long time students on the platform. So at first I would like to ask you to ask to the Atmanan, what do you think about how the Kriya Yoga and Tantra is related?
How they are related, because the instructions come from the Tantras. When you read the Tantra Agamas, mostly there are instructions inside. When you read the Upanishads or the Vedas, mostly they are prayers to gods. Without instructions in the Upanishads, there are also instructions, but mostly in the Tantra Agamas. And so I see it, they are related. And the Kriya Yoga, when you get initiated, comes from mostly the tantric masters initiate you into Kriya Yoga. Okay.
I don't know it's okay or not, but I was listening you. I don't know it's okay or not. I don't know. It is okay for everyone.
Yeah, this is mostly Kriya Yoga is practices, you know. This is and the practices that come from the Tantra Agamas. Not directly, mostly it's this secret. That's not explicitly described. Like they're not in the Bhairava Tantra, but in other tantric texts, they're described. Like with Kumbhaka, for example, the different places where you can find it. But and also the effects of the practices are designed to expand your consciousness. It's what you bring with you. And to do not get these so fast when you do the normal yoga practices.
Good. So you have been practicing Kriya Yoga also?
Yes, I have to combine them with my asanas, otherwise I don't do them because of my time limitations.
So when you start your Kriya Yoga?
Yeah, mostly in the afternoon after work.
No, no. In your life, when you start Kriya Yoga?
About 6 years ago.
So how you inspired by yourself to practice Kriya Yoga?
How I expanded myself. I found more and more texts got available to me. I focus more on mantra practicing. And because I have to practice this, because the texts are not so easy to pronounce and they're long. And they also help tremendously, especially if you put things into the fire, if you combine them with Agnihotra and the pranayama, yes, with more interruptions because I was taking drugs. Now I have to stop them because otherwise they don't work.
So you can, okay, it's very interesting. So you can take a drugs, so you can take marijuana, smoke chilam, then practice Kriya Yoga. It's perfect combinations, right?
Yeah, not so.
It's very good tantra, no?
No, it's very bad tantra.
Yeah, not bad tantra also, very good tantra. That is good. Anyway, it's nice to hear from you as a yogi practitioner. Thank you for your experience being sharing this platform. Thank you.
Okay.
So, so Sally, what do you think about is Kriya Yoga and the Tantric perspectives? Today I want to ask you also question. Then I can give answers later, or I'm going to lecture today.
Yeah, I'm new compared to Atmananda. So, I mean, I've been practicing yoga for 15 years, but I feel like just the past handful, I've really opened up to more Kriya yoga and this this experience. I've always loved mantra and asana and pranayama, and I'm opening and deepening into this now. So I'm here to learn as a very humble beginner.
Very nice. Thank you, huh? Julie? Please unmute yourself, Julie, huh?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
For me, I think it's always a struggle to be consistent. I start something and I stop, and then I start again and I stop. I think overall I try to maintain awareness, but I don't always practice. I don't always do asana. So it's a circle. I don't do it, then I do it, and I understand, but I keep coming back. So it's a continuous process, and I just keep trying.
Okay, that is very good. At least you keep trying, you are stopping but trying. That is good step, no?
Yeah.
You stop, then try again. So
Better
at least you this positive step. You are optimistic at least. Not really, but at least optimistic.
Big. Yes.
So that is good. Stop and starting, that is good. This life, next life, one life will be success. So don't worry. So that is the samsara. Yeah? That's the samsara.
Exactly.
Yes, that's the samsara. So so life in samsara is very normal to stop and start, stop and start. So it's life after life, it goes on like this, never ending. Stop and start, huh? Die and born, die and born. This is the life. It's very simple to understand for me. Anyway, thank you. This is the nature of the samsara. Good.
Yes.
But would like to advise you, so please continue and without postponing, even one day. Stop it, and you have to promise yourself, I will not practice today. Even meditation, it does mean asana practice. Yoga is about holistic approach. You can practice mantra, you can meditate, you can do yoga nidra, you can do pranayama. If you are not practicing that day, you stop your food. So that's the best way you can learn yourself. Today I don't practice, I don't eat anything. So this is how you educate yourself. Right? This is samsara. Okay, I don't practice, no problem. Okay, man, today no food for you. So very simple. So you have to take this kind of like sankalpas, one day you will success. I'm sure, pretty sure. Hmm. So it happens sometimes in Monday fasting, but you were unconsciously, it happens sometime. Then I take with that chai, some biscuit or piece of bread, I take like this, then I'm putting already half in the mouth. I say, oh, today's Monday. Then what happened? Then sometimes the bread is my mouth, half that does not go to inside. I take out and throw them. But for that punishment, I don't take 24 hours, I take 38 hours or 52 hours to take the food. So next day, 2 days, punishment, self-punishment. So you're not fasting for 24 hours. Now we're ready to 48 hours to practice or 38 hours. Then I don't take next day breakfast, no lunch, only dinner take. So this is the self-punishment also. That what I punish myself. So that is very important. So therefore, of course, no one can punish you for any kind of a spiritual practice. So, but you have to learn how to educate yourself, how to punish yourself. That is very important. Hmm? So it is, you have to punish yourself for benefit for yourself, not abuse yourself also. So you have to punish such a way so that you are not going to abuse yourself, not to hang yourself, right? Not to kill yourself, but help yourself for better life. Am I clear that? So therefore help such a way. And like Swami Sivanand, when he used to walk out of the ashrams, so he faced a lot of things in samsara, what happening. And most of the time he see many things, which is his mind is entering into negativity. So he sometimes he return to, not sometime, when he return back to the ashram, so he take his own shoes, he punish his own head. Now you have to, nice punishment. So take the shoes, so then he hit his own head, that is how he punished for himself. So most of the time, actually, no one can educate you except yourself. Even Guru cannot help you. God cannot help you. No God, 33 million God and Goddess in India, nobody can help you. No God and Goddess can help you. So end of the day, if you don't wish to get help, you never can get help. Okay? Julie, so this is special lessons. It's not for Julie, it's for everyone. You are living in the samsara. So if you not commitment something, you cannot really get nothing in the spiritual path. And most of the time, if you're really walking on the spiritual path, for certain things and some time, you have to balance your spiritual and material life also. Am I clear that? If you are addicted too much material life, the mundane life, so spiritual practice is lost. Like 2 wings in the life. If one wing collapse, another wing, one wing is not possible. Like the bird. If one wing is finished, so another wing, only one wing is not going to help to fly in the open sky. So therefore, you need to balance both. But therefore, in the mundane life, we are suffering because you are too addicted, too much involved, and there is no time for your spiritual practice. Am I clear that? So this is the very important instructions by my Grandmaster Swami Satyanand, not my instructions. Whatever I'm speaking to you is some kind of guidelines and instruction of the Gurus. But that's what I've been experiencing in my life. Okay? We are not a Guru from supermarket. Today I talked with one guy from Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan. Right? Correct pronunciation? Azerbaijan.
Advisor.
And that guy, yeah. So sometimes he says, oh, I want to go to India and Himalaya and where I can practice Kriya and the Kundalini both practice. And today he went to GPT, artificial intelligence. He went inside and he checked that. And he find me the first. He said, this is Samarpan School of Yoga, one of the best school. So we can combine the Kriya and Kundalini and Tantra and Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga. So he find directly my name, although he don't know. Then I call him, he say, how he find me? He say, find through the GPT. So I'm very happy that today, the GPT is more smart than us, no? So anyway, it's very interesting. First time someone can find me by GPT. interesting. He's sitting in advisor. Anyway, and I talk only 2-3 minutes and say that now I'm 100% sure and I want to come to your ashram and study. That's all. But then he say that, oh, I have some difficulties. I don't do any hot yogasanas. But sometimes I can't meditate for a longer time. I say practice hot yoga. So come here, cleaning toilet, floors. Then you think about your all Kriya Yoga practice. So that is how it is. And he was very impressed. He say, I'm speaking a guru, the founder of the ashram. Then he was very impressed. Anyhow, this is myself. I'll say self-introduction to him. So what I mean, Julie, should do nothing, at least sit down for 5 minutes. That is enough also for meditations. You have to think yourself, you are practicing every day without postponing. Am I clear that? Not stopping and starting, stopping and starting. You should not do that.
No.
Stopping, starting, that is the love of the society, the mundane life, but you have to continue every day. Even one mala, the mantras, that you got already mantras, at least one mala, sit down, at least do something. Many times sit down for 5 minutes. You don't need to put all altar, all God and Goddess, just be yourself. So that is very important. Remember, always. So Kriya Yoga somehow, and a very important aspect of the yogic sadhanas. Like for example, you practice Hatha Yoga, you practice like for example, mudras, bandhas, or you practice some yoga nidra, meditations, mantras, many things, but you don't do pranayam. But without pranayam, you can't do nothing on this spiritual path, nothing. So pranayam is not about you have to physical exercise to do, about how to observation of the breath, and that is very important. And nowadays also, without master of the pranic body, the pranamaya kosha, so not possible also to control the mind. That you also know, the annamaya kosha and the pranamaya kosha. But here prana, if you do pranayama, what happening? Even we have our lot of bad habits, for example. Anyway, in social life, you think all habits are good. Anyway, even you smoke 10 bottles of alcohol, you think it's very fine because I have to be, how say? I have to be good with my friends. If I don't drink, so you can't be good friend of your friend, right? When you socialize, and if somebody drink, you have to drink. Somebody smoke one bidi, you have to smoke one bidi. If somebody drink chai, you drink chai. It's a socialized. So most of the time, social activities are not very good perspectives as per spirituality. So anyhow, lot of things are there. So pranayama. So what I try to explain you, pranayama is very important practice and heart of yoga. You must be known that. Like without heart, there are no feelings in the body, right? You can have your eyes, you can have your brain, you can have legs, everything you have, but there are no heart. So there are no feelings. Am I clear that? So you can say pranayama is the heart of yoga. Very important aspect of yoga, the foundation of yoga, the advance of yoga, the advance of and foundation of meditation, foundation of either tantra, mantra, yantra, whatever you do. I don't know what kind of yoga you do. But without pranayam, there are no perfection of any kind of sadhanas. That you must be clear. So therefore, and I know those who have these platforms, I have been already taught you so many techniques of pranayam. If you do nothing, do pranayam at least for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Right? If you do nothing, at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you don't need to have the, you can do by standing, you can go to garden or wherever you are. Just do for 10, 15 minutes regularly. So if you do regularly, at least for pranayam, the heart of yoga, so you can balance your, for example, you are addicted to smoking or drinking or eating non-vegetarian food, for example, or addicted your social life, the mundane life. Like sometimes you are too much addicted and we are taking too much responsibility in social life. But if you do pranayam, it can be more clear, more clarity. You can find the transparent of the mind, clarity of the mind, equanimous of the mind by pranayam only. Do that and you can get a lot of benefits. And without pranayam, there is no Kriya Yoga. So pranayam is very important practice of the Kriya Yoga. Not only that, what is you speak about Tantra. So Tantra is always based on the prana, nothing else. But we never give importance. We never give importance to the pranayama or the prana. The vital aspect of the practice of Tantra is all about prana, nothing else. But we're reading a book after book after book, going to school, one school, another school, another school, another school, one guru, another Baba, one Baba, second Baba, third Baba, right? You go to many Babas, many sadhus, many gurus. But you don't practice pranayam. And pranayam is very important practice of the all kind of sadhanas. All kind of sadhanas. You're jumping one after one. It does not work this way. And always we are clinging of the energy. We are always clinging to be happy ourselves. We are clinging for the love, whatever. We are expending outside or inside. But pranayam is the important practice. That through the practice of pranayam, and you will experience tremendous energy, tremendous love. It is like a magnet. It's like you can attract everything with the prana. Am I clear that? Even have bad times, also naturally you can give up. For example, smoking 10 packet of cigarettes. In case, just I give you example. If you practice pranayam, naturally you can give up the smokings because it does not. You will experience actually. I don't need to smoke. Why need to smoke? Because you need happy, or the tensions are there, stress there. You need to release. But when you practice pranayam, you find a lot of clarity. Lot of clarity. But that has to be practiced regularly. No matter what kind of habit you have, either good habit or bad habits. But when you practice pranayam, I'm sure that you're going to have the good habits. Naturally, you can give up the bad habits. And that is a very important aspect of Tantra also. And without pranayama, also there is no proper practice of the Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is all about inaction and actionless. That is a Kriya Yoga. But of course, there is a lot of techniques you practice as per our Bihar School of Yoga. So what happens, there is a lot of Kriyas also you can do. But certain Kriyas, you do end of the day, only consume the prana also. Of course, pranayama you have to stop later. But very beginning you need pranayama also to purify. Am I clear that? Pranayama. So at least you do some prana. How to preserve the prana. That is very important in the Kriya Yoga. Especially in the Babaji Kriya Yoga, they never speak about Tantra, but they always speak about Kundalini. They say, if practice Kriya Yoga, there is awakening this chakra, that chakra, these chakras. So they always speak about chakras. But the aim of the Kriya Yoga in order to awakening the Kundalini or the chakras. So that they give also such kind of instructions as well. But they never speak about Tantra. But you know that, and nobody speak about Tantra as per the Atman say that the Kriya coming from science of Tantra. But actually what happening, Tantra has been diluted every part of the world. Even today in modern century, 21st century also. So Tantra not stay as a pure. So therefore, the Kriya is extract from Tantra. Kundalini extract from Tantra. Chakra Yoga extract from Tantra. Either is Agam Sastras or Saivism or the Saktaism, but somehow you must know all kind of Kriyas is available in the Tantra Sastras. As per the Atman say that there are a lot of techniques are available, but there is no proper defined. So that techniques you always get from the gurus. Like my grandma Swami Satyan, he and extract a lot of techniques. It is from the beginning of Tantra also. From the science of Tantra, then elaborately they explain. Similarly, there are also technique Kriya Yoga in the Baba's Kriya Yoga also is extract from Tantra as well. But they never speak about it. Like Yogi Bhajan example, they also teaching Kriya Yoga, like Sudarshan Kriyas, like Guru Ravi Shankar. All people around the world, all gurus, and they know. I'm sure that I think I don't know, they know or not. But somehow, and it is coming, it is extract from the science of a Tantra this way. The end of the Tantra is all about the expansion of the consciousness as per Tantric perspectives. But here we have to little bit clear, some aghoris. Also they do some kriyas, It's a Tantric kriyas aghoris. I think Atman also know because he used to read so many books. So maybe Atman can share a little bit.
Yes, you know, the Agori Tantra, it's mostly they take the prana from outside, as I see it, and they also practice the Kriya yoga, like the Babaji Kriya yoga. They do also, but it's, to me, it's still mystery how they smoke so much, take so much drugs, not only marijuana but also heroin, and still be able to maintain their pranic energy. But most of the pranic energy they take from outside, not from their own inside. What we do when we practice the pranayama, we cultivate our own prana. We don't take from outside over food or something else. Okay. 10 minutes.
We'll elaborate this lecture today, 10 minutes, then we have to come back again. So now also, here another gentle madam coming from Canada also. Oksana, so what she think about Kriya Yoga and Tantra?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
So what did you ask me? Sorry, I missed your
What is-
question.
Do you have any experience about Kriya Yoga and Tantra?
Okay, I'm doing Kriya Yoga. It's mixing within my lesson with Hatha Yoga. I'm doing like, because I need to feel my prana and energy flow. So I'm always starting with Kapalabhati, then I'm doing Merudanga Kriya. Every morning I'm doing to help my digesting system, I'm doing Agnisara Kriya, different kind of technique. So, but for the lesson, I'm always mix, and I don't know how nowadays in the yoga studios, they never give instructions to the people. Breathe in, breathe out, leg up, inhale, down, exhale. So I'm doing always only with breath in, breath out. If I need to, I'm doing like Nadi Shodhana, different kind of Kriya, which I got from Shailendraji. So, and helps to accumulate prana and energy in my body. Yeah. And most important, the Kriya helps to calming the mind, calming down the mind. And Kriya, like intensive Kriya, for myself, it's a good preparation to get to the stage of meditation.
Good. Anyone would like to speak something about this? About Kriya Yoga and Tantric perspectives? Please unmute yourself. Anyone here to speak?
Unless you don't know better, unless you don't have a guru who tells you, you stick to the practice your guru has given to you, and don't experiment too much. It can be harmful.
So thank you for the.
Like
There is
usually for myself, sorry,
please.
one more sentence. Usually for myself, I pick for myself, what do I need at exact time? How do I feel? How my body feels? What do I need for my body? That's it.
Okay, that's good. And so there is another two people also. So the Talia, you like to speak something? You want to Kriya Yoga? Maybe she don't hear now.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I would like to share something to you about Kriya in my life. I try to practice daily, all the time, to stay in calm and in more controlled way to reach deep states of meditation. You know, my life time to time is very hard, and pranayama and Kriya change all my life in a very positive way. And when I teach in yoga studios, I always talk about breathing, and I try to learn breathing. But for example, in yoga studios, people don't talk about breathing at all. My colleagues, I mean, no? People think yoga is only poses, asanas, and very complicated, no? Very complicated, or acrobatic poses, no? And I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know why people think yoga is that, no? But yoga is not that at all. That's all. Thank you.
So, and thank you. And then now Deviji, Trambakam Yoga. So please.
Hari Om Swamiji, Namaste everyone. For me, Kriya Yoga, as you have taught me different Kriya practices and pranayama. So after the way I practice on my own, it's like I start with little hatha, and then I jump. I would not say jump, but I continue to do little breath pranayama, like mucha pranayama, and all the dynamic breath, and then and after some time I feel grounded and light, and then I sit in meditation and do little vipassana. So I try to do everything in 1.5 hours. So yes.
Okay, so thanks to all of you for your feedback. But if you know the Kriya Yoga, and Kriya Yoga actually not limited, that many kind of Kriyas you must be understood. But all kind of Kriyas, if you practice your own, as per Natman say that it can be harmful, is true actually. But if you have good karma in the past, so you may practice Kriya Yoga your own. But generally we think out of our ignorance or out of wisdom, I don't know. Sometimes we think you don't need master, we practice Kriya Yoga according to our own choice. But generally 99.9% of the sadhakas who practice Kriya Yoga by their own, it really is hell, not heaven. Thanks to God for me, so I don't think about too much previous life. At least I'm very happy and thankful to myself. This life, I find the gurus, I got the technique from them, and they initiate to me so that I can practice all the sadhanas. That I feel very fortunate, very fortunate. So therefore, most of the time, I don't teach people who not really respect the guru traditions or tradition of the masters. Sometimes people try to negotiate with me, especially on the kriyas, negotiate with me like initiations. I generally not compromise. But sometimes I give some kind of initiation. This happens very rare out of compassion. But generally, I do hesitate and I don't compromise. Most of the time, as we are a student, as a disciples or seekers, generally we always try to negotiate with masters or teachers, get all kind of knowledge according to our own state of the, according to our suitable, according to whatever suits for you, right? What so according to our own suits. Most of the time, as a disciple, as a student, as aspirant, right? That I also know myself. We always try. Our master has to available according to our suitable time, right? Suitable time, suitable place, whatever. But I don't like personally this, personally. Because as per the master instructions, we must available. That master has to available for you. That you have to be very clear. Am I clear that